Welcome to Pragmatica, a channel that delivers programming knowledge as intuitively as possible, or at least the way I would have preferred it when I was taught how to code for the first time. This video will serve as my channel trailer and sort of a preface in a series called Concepts, which will be about briefly explaining certain topics needed for you to get started in your journey to infinite programming wisdom. First of all, because I'm quirky and fun, I'll be numbering my episodes using 4-bit 2's complement binary. This means this episode is episode -1. Any intro videos to a series will be a negative number, and the first episode of a series will be episode 0, or OB0000, because programmers count from 0, unless you're a Lua programmer. 2's complement is quite simple to understand. It's normal binary, but the most significant bit, or the leftmost bit, bit 4 in this case, is treated as a negative number. Then you just add them up like normal. Here are a few examples of 4-bit 2's complement binary numbers. Now that's out of the way, let's answer that question. What is programming? Programming, or coding, is at its core telling a machine exactly what to do step by step with no details left out. There are many levels of programming languages. The level of a programming language is its relation to the underlying hardware. An example of a low-level language is assembly. In assembly, you directly interact with a processor's register and the memory, and control exactly how the data moves around, which register gets what data, where the data gets placed in memory, etc. People rarely write programs directly in assembly nowadays, however. Higher level languages exist like C. C is classified as a middle level language, where the underlying architecture is more hidden from the programmer and is easier to read for humans. And finally, an example of one of the highest level languages we have nowadays is Python. Python is a language where most of the hardware is pretty much completely abstracted away from the programmer, making it a good language for fast prototyping and for small projects, but not necessarily used in production. It is used more to create tools, for example, like data scientists to train their neural networks or their machine learning models, etc. An analogy for this is like a body and muscles. A low-level language would have direct control over the nervous system, how much electricity to send, and controlling all the chemical reactions in the muscles to get exactly the contractions needed and how long and when. A middle-level language is like you already know the muscle groups and you can already choose which muscle groups to contract and relax. Now, a high-level language would have certain functions already done for you. For example, you can tell the body to walk forward 5 steps, and it would already translate to how much the muscles need to move and when, and for how long. Now, a little bit more information about my channel. In this channel, I will be making a series for each language I'm comfortable enough to make one about. I highly recommend starting out with the C programming language if you are completely new, because C will teach you the basics, and the skills are transferable to other languages. But it's up to you. You can start pretty much anywhere you want.